Hey there! Hey, what we got going on today is yesterday when I was blowing my chainsaw air filter off, the whole saw, and I said the air compressor sitting behind you. Well, this is what I've got going on. This is a 30-gallon Cobalt from Lowe's. My dad got this for me for my birthday several years ago. Thanks, Dad. But when I had semis, this isn't enough to run a big gun, and it's just not big enough to mess with semis, but it's a good little air compressor. So what I did is, this was in my mother-in-law's garage, and she didn't need it. She didn't want it. All it was is just the tank. And so what I did was, I don't know, I just thought maybe it would work. The compressor, if you ever try to buy a compressor for one of these, it's almost as much, you can buy a whole new setup. So she had this tank, and I thought, I'll bring it home and do something with it. I got thinking about it, so I just hooked the air hose up, ran it over the doorway, and fed it into the back of the tank. Now, the first time you try to do that, it takes a very long time to air, because you got to air that up and that up. But once it airs it up, it's no problem. I just leave it on auto all the time, and it's got very few leaks, and it works well. It had lots of ports on it, so the smaller air hose for airing up tires is that one, quick connect, and the bottom one is the half-inch that runs the big gun, and that's what that hose hooks into, and there's the big 1-inch impact. And this tank is so big, I don't know how big it is. It's at least 60 gallon, because it's twice as big as that one is, but it's so big. I put these wheels on it, so if I need to, I could move it all over the shop here. And it's just kind of I just really like it, because it's got this big platform on the top of it where the compressor should go. So I put all my 1-inch impact sockets up there. All my tire stuff goes in this bucket. Just some soap to find leaks. And there's my, I don't know, tire dope or whatever you want to call it. Tire slick that goes on that to tire lube. And all that stuff fits up there nice. And then what did I do? Oh, I got my bars. I got my tire bars up here. I got my tire hammer. It's hanging off this chain. The bead seater, the hose, the impact. I got magnets stuck to it. Here's another magnet. And little, whatever you call it, dope applicator, whatever, I don't remember what it's called, but anyway, here's the other hose. Here's my small gun. Put these little chain links, cut a slit in them, welded them on there. And here, another prime example for my love of rebar. It's just so easy to work with, especially this, oh gosh, what is this, number 3/8 rebar. And so easy to bend. So I put that hanger on there. Yeah, and then I put this hanger and another one for the big gun. So it's all just a nice compact unit. And plus I can roll it anywhere. It had some 2x4s bolted to it, but I put these wheels on it, just so I could move it around easy. It weighs a ton. And what else can I say about it? Oh, it was so packed full of rust when I first got it. It took me forever to clean it out. But I put the new plumbing down there and a 1/4-inch valve. But this gets very little moisture in it. Most of the moisture goes in that tank. And it's got a drain valve in the bottom of it also. I was talking about that old piece of junk bar and chain baler. Well, that's one of these bars. I broke, I don't know, several of them. There's where the bolt would go through it. It would go into the chain, and then these would go in between it. But that's what those bars look like. And I had to have broke that one. You know what? I bet I cracked it somewhere, or it bent it. And once you bend them just a little bit, they're trash. I mean, they're never the same. This one had some wear on it. That's where it runs through the rollers. You can see it's still shined up. But yeah, this is my camera holder. I just bent this little piece of metal for the phone to set in. And let me see what this is actually for, though. This is, I guess this had 3 jobs in its life now. So, we trap a little bit. We haven't much in the last couple years, but, let's see. Yeah, you're probably thinking, what's that? Well, what it is, it's when you set dirt hole traps for coyotes and stuff, the pogo, if you've never trapped, or what you do is you dig a hole, and then basically to anchor them, you bury the trap, and in the under the trap you drive a piece of cable with basically a big washer on the end of it, and when you pull up on it, it sets it, and then they can't get away. That's what holds them there. But they're really hard to pull out of the ground, so I put that piece of angle on it, and then this chain, and we can tie onto it. Then you get the force to pull it out of the ground. And that's a broken hook. I just noticed that. I forgot I broke that hook, so it was junk anyway, so that worked well. But yeah, so it works for a pretty good camera stand. But that's what that baler had between it, and that's what would happen. You'd suck in a real big wad of, I don't know, just tough hay. These are hollow bars, not made out of. I mean, they're sturdy enough. I've still got. There's another one. That's what I use for just like a cheater pipe. And then I've got one on the tractor. Yeah, so I broke several of those things. Here's the other thing I made. I didn't have to drill any holes in it. I welded that piece of steel to that pipe. Let's pull that sack off here anyway. Had it on here for when I was. Maybe not. There, now you can see. But I built this for the baler monitor, and then it would just slide through here. But it's still on there. I don't know why I still got it on there. It's never took it off. It's not in the way or anything. So yeah, that pipe, I guess I got some use out of it. But anyway, this is my air compressor setup, and if somebody has an old tank that you think it's useless because the compressor shot on it, there you can have a small one feeding into it, and you can have a lot of capacity that way for cheap. So, all right, I'm going to end this one. Thanks for watching. Later.